voilà, mesdames et messieurs, bonjour, soyez la bienvenue. Topik Konversasyon aujourd'hui par mon plus bonnet. Et personnalité intéressante. Beaucoup de nous rêver pour nous faire un parcours dans la vie qui fait une différence, qui amène beaucoup l'expérience, qui peut-être, il y en a qui disent rêver aujourd'hui, bon matin, pour une personnalité qui lit, il décide pour mettre tout de côté et faire son rêve vivre vrai. Aujourd'hui, bon matin, pour raison communication, nous interview en anglais et mon grand plaisir pour inviter les autres pour écouter ça avec nous pour partager l'expérience et regarde les mondes dans son lisier. Alors, mesdames et messieurs, aujourd'hui, bon matin, mon grand plaisir pour introduire avec nous invité spécial aujourd'hui. Erin, good morning. I'm sure you were wondering, what is she on about?
No, mouthful. Bonjour. It's nice to see you. And I'm learning. I have a little Creole in me too.
You have a little Creole
a little
so far.
from Louisiana in the States, yes.
Ah, so I'm assuming you like your hot sauce.
I love my hot sauce. I can't wait to try it here. I haven't had any yet.
Erin!
What do you have? Any good recipes?
We've got like a plethora of hot sauce. Like,
Okay, I cannot wait.
You should. Like, every place you go and you buy food, always ask for the hot sauce.
Okay.
For the fresh chili. Fresh chili is better though.
Excellent.
Yeah, all right. So, Erin, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Fabulous.
Fabulous in the
Yeah,
Seychelles.
yeah.
We're treating you good?
I've only been here for 2 days, but yes, the welcoming community, I mean, everyone it's unbelievable. The hospitality is just, I was at sea for so long alone for 98 days. I didn't see anyone, and then
Yeah.
all of this is happening. And I'm just happy to be here, happy to be alive and
Happy to be
celebrating.
resting as well.
Yeah, I'm
assuming.
still learning to walk. I have not been able to walk straight still. My legs are jello, you know, but
All right. So let's talk a little bit about Erin. You are born and raised.
born in Louisiana in
Yeah.
the United States of America, and we traveled through 40 states growing up.
Yeah.
Spent my time in university in Washington, D.C., went to
Okay.
college, and then I went to New York City,
Yeah.
and then I got involved in television
Okay.
and started traveling the world after I beat cancer. I gave up my career when I was diagnosed with cancer at 30 years old, testicular
Okay.
cancer,
Yeah.
and thought I needed to live a more fulfilled life,
Yeah.
and I think I'm doing it now.
I like how you say you've traveled the states. So you can we safe to say you've been always a traveler, haven't you?
After cancer, yes.
Yeah.
At 30 years old, I went to my first country.
Okay.
But growing up, we moved around from place to place in
Yeah.
America, so I was always on the move.
Yeah.
And it allowed me to interact with new people, and there's a natural sense of wonder when
Yeah.
you do that, like I'm doing now, obviously.
Yeah.
I think that's rooted into me.
Okay.
But when you travel, you're always a curiosity, you know, and curiosity is a beautiful thing.
Well, some people say, curiosity is a little bit, sometimes it goes a little bit overboard. What are your thoughts? How do you balance that?
I think Einstein said it best. Once you explore solo travel, have a sense of spiritual curiosity. And it's truly what it is, because the mind is a curious person. The human is a curious person.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get stuck into your 9 to 5 routine.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do this every day. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But you also have the habits that if you cannot think outside the box, you can't challenge yourself.
Yeah.
And I find such beauty in tackling the things I fear. And when I fear these things because I'm curious, I want to know for some reason,
Yeah.
why am I fearing this thing? What happens if I get through that fear? And what I'm finding is there's a beauty. It's a beauty. And for me, it turns into the spiritual part.
Yeah.
Then I realize I'm just here. This world is so big. Something greater created this. I'm just I'm just on for the ride.
And of course, this whole journey, as you say, it started with a health condition.
Yeah.
Perhaps for those at home that are listening to you and going through perhaps a similar situation right now, any words of advice?
Yeah, you use it as a learning experience. There's a reason these things happen, and I
Okay.
believe. You don't have to believe that, but if
Okay.
you want to believe it, it becomes a superpower and a purpose. And when you have the purpose, then you have a mission, and then you have the mission, you have the people you can connect with.
Yeah.
And then the people connect with take you to the next level.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what happened. I got diagnosed with cancer. I was in my 9 to 5 routine, and I said, if I die tomorrow, what have I seen? What have I done? Nothing was the answer.
Okay.
So I took the cancer card and I played it, and I said, I'm going to beat cancer, and I beat cancer. Now, 10 years later, but it allowed me to challenge and explore, and now inspire and tell other people, hey, you have a reason that you can overcome something now,
Yeah.
because we're also resilient. I think the human is resilient. The Homo sapiens species is a resilient person.
Do we forget that sometimes?
Yeah,
Aaron?
yeah, of course. I forget every day sometimes
Yeah.
too. You know, and often I found myself praying and asking instead of thanking. And when I started to thank, I would recognize that happened.
Yeah.
You know, when life is good, you forget to thank. You know,
We tend to focus more on the negative side of
yeah,
that's
and it's
happening.
common. It's
Yeah.
normal. It's normal because but if you can see it as it's just a card you're dealt, play the game, play the card. It's just a game.
Yeah.
Row your boat. Life is just a dream. That's all I think. I really do. I just woke up out of 98 days of a dream.
Yeah.
And it's a good experience.
I'm sure a lot of people at home listening to you are in awe of what you're saying, and which brings it down to fundamentally, you are a very strong, can I say strongly spiritual person.
Yes, I am strong.
How important is your spirituality to you?
It's the most important thing.
Okay.
I seek God first, but I'm not so much religious as I am
Okay.
spiritual
I
because
think we need to understand the difference. And
yeah, 100%.
difference, yeah.
And I didn't. Some people, wherever you are with your spirituality, my quest can get misunderstood as I'm seeking God.
Okay.
But I was not trying to seek Him. I just wanted to hear Him clearer.
Okay.
And so when I'm out in the ocean, you have nobody to talk to. The sun was my God.
Okay.
And I see Him. And
Yeah.
I call the mission sea level.
Okay.
From an even plane, but see. I want to see God. What is it when people are on stage, the celebrities, and they go like this and they look up? And you always hear about it.
Yeah.
Or on the money in America, it says, in God we trust. What does that mean?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see and understand that more.
Still that curiosity.
Yeah, of course. And what I've heard on my journey,
Yeah.
I've heard God. I've seen Him now.
Okay.
And I never had that opportunity when I was just going to the church every morning. It was great for my parents when I grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
And I went to Catholic University. It gave me the root. But then that was important. You
Yeah.
know, you go through the routine and then you're on your own. That's
Yeah.
the next step. And
Are
it's a
you
beautiful-
comfortable with yourself? Because a lot of people have difficulty, especially you can relate to that on a spiritual aspect, how difficult it is to sit with oneself, especially alone.
Yeah.
No one there.
A lot of people ask about that.
Yeah.
And for me, the first so I've been doing it for 604 days
Yeah.
at sea. I've made stops, but the first 10 days, yeah, it was weird,
Okay.
uncomfortable,
All
right?
right.
But like when you have hunger and you can't get food, you get through that.
Okay.
And then you get into like this meditative state.
Okay.
And for me, that's when you start talking, because you have no one else to talk to. And then you connect and you see things and you interact with life, like the fish and the sea and the wind and the moon and
It's
the
all
stars.
one.
It all becomes one. And that's when you go to the higher level. And there's a really good example, and I don't know if you want to know it yet, but when I actually heard and saw God.
Okay.
And on my journey when I left, I embarked across the Pacific Ocean.
Okay.
And I lost all power in my boat.
Yeah.
So solar power, right? Which means no more communication on my Netflix, because I have Starlink Mini, so I could download music and
You
noise.
can still be connected to the world that you left behind.
Which is one of the biggest helpful things when you're alone. You
Okay.
intake things. So for me,
Okay.
it's music and movies, and I like to listen sometimes to the news so I know what's going on. There's other life out there. They're alive. Because when you're at sea, you don't see anything. No
Yes.
plane, anything. Maybe a ship. But when I came across the Pacific, I lost all power. So I was 3,600 nautical miles from where I needed to get to in French Polynesia,
Okay.
and 1,500 miles from where I came from, the Galapagos, the farthest you can be in the world.
Yes.
And then I lose power. And I calculated my distance. I only travel 40 miles a day. So 3,600 miles was going to be 40 more days before I saw land.
Okay.
So of course I'm reading the scriptures and books and the stories of 40 days, you know, with Jesus and the Mount, Noah and the rain. And I said, oh my God, now I have my 40 days with God. And I have a button.
Literally.
Literally, this is what I came for. I didn't know it. I was freaking out. I was like, oh, this is not good. And then I realized, I heard the words, be brave. And I said, okay, that's God. And I wrote down, all I had was a pen, and I wrote down in the be brave. And I have a button in the boat that you can push at any point, and the
Yeah.
world will come looking.
Okay.
And I look at it and I say, no, not yet. Let's wait. Okay, God, me and you, I'll give you 40 days.
Okay.
If I don't see the islands in
And
40
that's a
days.
challenge.
Yeah. If I don't see the islands in 40 days, We're going to press it, God.
Here is Aaron challenging God. If I don't see land in 40 days, what next, Aaron?
Then I give up on God. And I knew not to challenge him, but this
Okay.
is what it came. So I trusted it.
Okay.
So now we go and we get to day 33.
Okay. You played the card here.
I played the card.
Okay.
Didn't press the button.
Yeah.
We were traveling for 33 days. I didn't know the whole world stopped hearing from me on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And they start looking.
Oh,
So
no.
for 30 days now, the world is looking. I'm just rowing with God. Everything's good. I'm making water by sea by hand. It takes me an hour to live. I'm
Okay.
catching 2 fish every day by hand, mahi, or dolphin as you call it, and I'm eating rice. So now I'm like a devotee. I'm fasting. I'm sleeping on the floor, the fiberglass, and I'm just with God. And
What
I
about
say,
water?
I make it by hand. It's a when I lose power, I have an automatic one that takes
Okay.
power. But when you lose power, you have a backup one, and you go like this,
Okay.
and it makes you water, but 2 liters for an hour. So every day you wake up to live,
Okay.
you have to make an hour, which is hard to do.
Okay.
But when you're in the element, your body gets into adrenaline mode that you can do things that your mind says you can't do. So you have to separate the mind from the body,
Ooh.
which is where you meditate, right?
Okay.
So the mind's saying shut down, but the body's ready to go.
Mm.
And you have the capability of going at least 20% more than you think you can go.
Okay.
So we're going. Now we're at day 33. The world is looking, they gave up after 30 days.
What Aaron is trying to say is his family and friends at home are freaking out looking for him, and he is just having a moment.
Yes, and they call my family and friends. Who
Okay.
my family can't handle the adventures.
Okay.
So didn't talk, but they got the call from the Coast Guard from America,
Okay.
who said, "We're sorry, sir, he's no longer alive." So
Oh,
now
gosh.
social media people are posting pictures. Some of my friends are still saying he's alive. I said, "You're my good friend. Why did you think I did?" But then on day 33, I capsized.
Oh, gosh.
So what happened is I looked to my right. I had been making fish. The seas were 20 to 30 knots, the trade winds. And I was going, what I believe, in the right direction. I had no navigation.
Okay.
I was using the stars and the sun, celestial, but you can't use a sextant because the boat is too rocky.
Yeah.
So I was, at this point, I'm guessing I'm going in the right direction.
So you're playing a guessing game.
Yes.
In not even in a boat, but you're
I'm
capsized.
rowing. I'm still rowing.
You're still rowing. Okay.
And then that morning, I look up, and after 3 years now, I've been living in the boat.
Okay.
I see the biggest wave I've seen, and I said, "Oh, I'm in trouble."
Yeah.
And I'm tethered to the outside of the deck. The boat will self-right if the door is shut
Okay.
95% of the time.
All right.
I didn't have time to shut the hatch. I just jump in and I brace for impact. And within 2 seconds, the boat was upside down.
Okay.
And the waterboard is coming in. And I did training with the Navy SEALs before I left. And a lot of it's muscle memory. So when
Yeah.
things happen, your mind doesn't know, but you go to muscle memory.
Okay.
And it was ditch bag, life raft, beacon. Ditch bag, life raft, beacon. Those are the 3 things you do
Yeah.
when you're prepared. So that meant you get a bag that you have, that's your ditch bag. When you have to jump out, which was happening, I'm being waterboarded in.
Yeah.
I swim outside the boat because it's upside down, the
Yeah.
door was open. And I see everything floating. And I look and I said, "God, what happened? You said be brave. The only thing I know about 33 days is that's when that guy Jesus died. I don't want to die today. Not today." So I get the thing, I press the button, the
Yeah.
beacon. And the beacon is under the water tied to 200-pound tuna cord. And when they say you have strength that you don't know you have,
Yeah.
I
That's
ripped
one of
it.
those moments.
Yeah, 200-pound tuna cord ripped.
Yeah.
Press the beacon. I see the raft floating. All my stuff, I'm confused. The boat's not coming back because the waves come in 8 to 13 in size, and then they go back down.
Yeah.
And then they repeat. So if the next one doesn't self-right you, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's not. So I press, the raft is now floating where you are. This is
Okay.
your new boat because you're tethered to the boat. If it sinks, it's going to bring you down.
Okay.
So I untie, take off the jacket, and pull the thing, and it pulls up. And I said, "I don't know what happened, God." I was cursing. I was mad at God. I said, "We had the best story of personal faith." And I jump into the raft, and I press the button. And for the next 39 hours, I was in my raft. The boat, I had to untie it,
Yeah.
and I lost a hold of it. So Smiles is the name of the boat. The boat started to float away, and I had 2 seconds to get the ditch bag, and I couldn't get it. So I stayed, and all I have is shorts and my beacon. And I just said, "This is my new boat now." And I looked down, and there's water in it. I said, "Oh no, it's got a leak." Because when I started my journey, I didn't have a bunch of sponsorship. I didn't
Yeah.
have the perfect thing you're supposed to have.
Okay.
Because no one believed I was going to do something that no one had ever done before, which is fair, right?
Yeah.
You have to give them some confidence. So anyway, I had a second hand raft, and it was leaking. So
Okay.
for the next 16 hours, every 10 minutes, you have to bail.
Wow.
6 hours in.
And you don't have food at this time.
No food. There's water.
And that's consuming energy. The every hour that you're removing
Yeah.
water, you are using
and,
up energy.
And there's a canopy, so now you're going faster than the boat. So the boat, I don't know what happened.
Okay.
And now, the sun's about to go down, and I feel a bump.
Oh.
And I look outside, and I see this beautiful oceanic great white shark. I knew that this thing was going to eat me if I did. And
I like how you. Did you think it was beautiful when you were in that situation, or after when you're on land and you had that thing through?
I'm going to admit this. People are going to think I'm crazy, but
Yeah.
that's okay. I loved it.
Oh no.
But then I realized, maybe 1 second later,
Okay.
you're in a life raft, Aaron. What are you doing? But I was in awe. You're like, because it's where you are. You never get
Yeah.
that close. And it's chasing. When you're in a raft, you throw out a little sock, like a drogue,
Yeah.
so you don't capsize.
Okay.
And it's chasing it like it's chum. So I'm like, okay. And then it come up and swerved me. I said, don't fall through this raft. Don't fall through the raft. That's it. So the night, as that happened, the sun's going down, and then for the first time in 88 days, because this crossing was 88 days,
Yeah.
I see a beautiful plane, red and white, and it said United States Coast Guard. And I said, oh my God, how did they know? And then I didn't understand, but it's flying by because it's a plane.
Yeah.
It cannot go slow. And they're so close to you. And I see the door open and a guy in an army suit, and I said, they're coming for me. I said, oh my God, how much is this going to cost? Because I'm living on $10 a day. I'm a volunteer. I give my money away to communities.
Yeah.
How much is this? For me, I felt really bad, right? But this is what we do, and as a taxpayer dollars, that helps, this is part of the service as
Yeah.
an American or anybody at sea.
Yeah, okay.
This is the rescue, and this is the beautiful part about it. But they started to drop things from the plane, and I could not get to them. There was a raft, there was a barrel and a parachute. I couldn't
Okay.
get to it. It was up current.
Okay.
So then they left, but I heard the frequency of the plane. It could have been in my head too, but I heard 1100, which meant they were coming back tomorrow.
Okay.
That's what I thought. That's what I heard. So now the next morning comes up, and there's a ship, and the ship comes, and a huge barge, and
Yeah.
I'm in my little raft. They fire the horn. I give a distress. They tell me they can't see me because it's a little raft and
Yeah.
the waves. Long story short, they come by, and they lower a crab trap, a big crab trap, like
Yeah.
a human crab, and it comes down, and I have to jump into that. And the waves are going like this. I said, I'm not going to miss this thing. I'm not going to miss it. And it came down, and I had 1 second, and I jumped the lake, and I came up with just an arm because I forgot I had no legs. I had no sea legs, right?
Oh.
But I made it. And the
Okay.
cheering of these men in white uniform that didn't know me, they cheer, and then they quickly said, hold on, because of whip.
Yeah.
Get onto the boat. We greet, we hug each other, and I go to the hospital, and they give me clothes. They give me a shirt, shoes, and sandals. And I'm thinking, what happened, God? I was brave. Is this what you meant? What about the humanity I was rowing for? We're all brothers and sisters. And then it happened. I looked down on the shirt they gave me. The guy did not know me, and it was his shirt, and it read the word brave. And I said, well played, God. It wasn't about me and you. It was about how we're all connected
Yeah.
as brothers and sisters.
And it's an interesting story that you're sharing with us this morning, Aaron. And of course, for those at home watching, mesdames et messieurs, dès 88, 89, 89, ou ka participer dans une conversation entre nous deux, Aaron, un parcours ciment avec beaucoup de défis, mais un qui nous aussi aide pour faire beaucoup de bonnes réflexions, lui-même, son la vie, et, tout quelque chose qui existait autour de lui, son spiritualité, son connexion avec ça qui plie haut. Et pareil, il dit, il passe le côté de la religion, mais il plie important son côté spiritualité qu'il lit. Il peut partager avec les mondes. Alors, aujourd'hui, bon matin, nous continuons la conversation. Si vous avez aucune question qu'on veut demander, dès 88, 89, 89, soit le SMS, soit le WhatsApp, pour capable faire une conversation. Vous connaissez une bonne qui peut dire, envie de demander des trois questions. Aaron, I've got Sandra saying, when did the aspect of social media come in? Was it all along or?
No.
Was it on the first journey or the second journey?
So social media started when I started my journey, but I had
on Instagram, I had maybe 200 people.
Yeah.
And then so maybe after the rescue, so
Okay.
I get rescued and I go to Hawaii, I never see the boat again, maybe 1,000, 3,000.
Yeah.
And then 1 year later on the dot, I get a message on Facebook, which had more people on Facebook.
Okay.
And it said, Aaron, we have your boat. I
Oh,
said,
wow.
"What?"
Smiles.
Exactly on the same day, 1 year later. And when I was at sea missing in silence, I was writing letters to my family and about my plan. I said, God, I just want to continue your journey. And he gave me the journey back.
Okay.
So I went to Fiji and I fixed the boat. I met
Okay.
some very kind people there and they helped me repair the boat. And I got back on the boat and I continued to row it here. Now, when I got to Indonesia and I launched from Indonesia, Lombok, 98 days ago, the social media kicked in.
Okay.
The algorithm kicked in.
Yeah.
And suddenly I saw
So that's fairly recent.
yeah, it just happened on this journey.
Okay.
Now there's 100,000 plus, 500,000 people following now.
Yeah.
And and it happened when I asked God on my journey to Lombok. I said, God, I don't want to be famous. I just want to be on your journey, and I need to make a little money to
Yeah.
support this. Show me how to do that.
and the next day, 2 days later, the people started coming, donations coming.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God.
And that is solely how your travels are financed.
Yeah, I mean, it's never been financed other than with my own money. So
Yeah.
when I would stop, I would go home and I would be an Uber driver. I would work 120 hours
Yeah.
just to go back to the boat and my mission. And then people came in and gave donations. But most of the donations I don't take. There's 3 ways to donate. One is
Yeah.
for me, GoFundMe. The
Okay.
other is for the community that I set up on rowingmyboat.com. So
Okay.
in every country I stop in, we make a campaign, which we will be doing for the Seychelles as well.
Okay.
And people donate, and I give the donation in hand, on camera,
Okay.
to who. A lot of times it's random acts of kindness. So it could be a stranger that I meet in passing who tells me his story.
Yeah.
It's a fisherman in Indonesia who needs to fix his boat so he can make money
Yeah.
and catch fish. And that's what I enjoy doing. I don't need money. It would help me just to continue my journey. That's
Yeah.
great, and to live.
So
But
you're living on the very basics.
yeah, $10 a day. Yeah.
And that must really have been a drastic change in your life, coming from, as you say, traveling the States, traveling the world, but also being in the media world.
Yeah.
I mean, it must have been in itself life-changing.
Yeah, I think anybody can make money and work.
Yeah.
You know, but when you strip away what your clothes, your teeth, the things that the ocean has done to me, my money, and you then have a deeper purpose, and the money will come. I believe that indirectly, and it is.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be about that. And you don't need the nicest boat, because I got my boat with a hole in it, and it was abandoned.
Yeah.
And I fixed it and made it work, and it's gone farther than any other boat.
And strangers helped you.
Yes, that is random acts of kindness.
Yeah.
Which my mission was to row for humanity and connect and help the communities, and I've become the recipient, which I'm okay with. At first, it was very hard for me to take that
Okay.
offering, because I want to be strong, support myself. But when you accept that, you're giving other people the opportunity to be part of your journey,
Yeah.
which is just as important.
Yeah.
And now
It is
it's all
rewarding
coming.
for somebody, isn't it?
I
mean,
think
on
so.
On
They
a
tell me.
personal level.
Yeah. Oh, for me to do it, there's
Yeah.
the challenge and the personal. Can I do it? So I'm competitive. I'm a basketball player, and I like to challenge myself. I don't take the records. I break them. I don't
Okay.
believe in taking them. So I'll probably never be that. But someone else can come do it.
Yeah.
And you just set the bar, and that's it.
I can't not ask you, since you mentioned basketball, who's your favorite team? Who are you supporting?
Oof. I'm a big college basketball fan.
Okay.
But the Lakers have always been good. But everybody likes the Lakers, so I'm a Boston Celtic guy. Although the New York Knicks, I'm from New York. They
Yes.
just won for the
Yes.
first time in a very long time, and that's my hometown.
What are your thoughts with the difference that's happening in the NBA? I mean, recently we've seen so many different teams getting the opportunity to win that, like, one-off NBA title championships, and
Yeah.
a lot of people's speculations are right, saying, no, one doesn't matter. We should be winning 2, 3, or 4. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, in the NBA, in the history of the NBA, the franchises own it. And
Yeah.
so behind that is all the money, and they can afford these players
Yeah.
and make the trades that they have. So they stack the teams. Like the
Yeah.
Lakers always had the stacked team. But you got the guys that are now branching off because you can't have too many all-stars on the same team. You got Scottie Pippen for the Michael Jordan
Yeah.
was the best. That was the best combination.
Okay.
But eventually, someone like Scottie Pippen wants to be the Michael Jordan if he's not there, and so everyone's going to separate. LeBron James may go to the Cleveland Cavaliers again.
Yep.
You know, there's
We
a
don't
lot.
know.
There's a lot of talk.
Yeah.
Some people are getting old. I'm not going to say who. They need to just maybe retire and become a newscaster. Yeah.
Somebody is whispering in my ear. What is he saying? Is he saying LeBron?
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh.
We don't know.
Can't not ask you.
Yeah.
Greatest of all time? Ah. See, he paused there. Do you know what they're going to say? It's either Michael Jordan or LeBron.
Oh, I would say Kobe Bryant.
I think somebody at home in my house would be very happy with you right now.
But
Erin.
there's reasons for that.
Okay.
Because the way he handled himself off the court.
Exact. The Mamba
Mi-
mentality.
Yeah, Michael Jordan did a great job too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Kobe Bryant, I'm going to respect you for that. I'm hearing a lot of people, you know, some people are probably having comments right now.
I may have enemies now. I know. Listen, I don't know nothing.
No,
I only
you're
played
good.
college. I was not professional.
Et voilà, mesdames et messieurs, un monsieur qui a décidé pour prendre son parcours le lendemain, une différence dans son vie. Il y a qui travaille dans les médias, il y a qui fait parcours un petit peu partout, les États-Unis, mais aussi autour du monde. Et là, son voyage, beaucoup est capable de suivre le réseau social. Erin, are you just on Instagram or are you on other social medias as well?
Facebook as well.
Okay.
Adventure Aaron is it? And
Yeah.
yeah, Facebook. For some
Yeah.
reason, Facebook, I do more of a. I'll be live on Facebook tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's just more of a longer post, and Instagram's more of a beautiful post. I couldn't keep up with TikTok and everything. It's just so many these days.
Yeah, it's,
And some countries you find, like Papua New Guinea, there's a lot of people on TikTok, you know,
Okay.
so, or Indonesia, TikTok. But when you're at sea and you're uploading, but yeah, Instagram is the good one, and Facebook for more of a descriptive interaction with me.
do you? A lot of people are saying, you know, social media is too distracting, etc. But can we say you are kind of using it as a diary, aren't you?
Yeah, I do what's called a daily life.
Yes.
And I'm a big advocate of hashtag positive post.
Okay.
So you can promote social media in a very positive way, and
Yeah.
you can really do great things.
It's how you use it, isn't
Yeah,
it?
especially for the youth,
Yeah.
you know. And I think getting the internet to some of the communities and islands I would visit, I donate a Starlink dish, and
Okay.
it helps the island now have maps for the weather and the school. But some people say you're giving kids a reason to go more to the phone, and I think that's true too. So the phone is not such a bad thing.
Yeah,
It can
it's
be
how
done
you
in a
use
very.
it.
It's just TV again.
Yeah.
You know, it's just exactly.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get more crazy. So positive post is the
Yeah.
key. Be positive, and you can read the comments. The biggest thing is hear your haters, but listen to your believers.
Yeah.
Okay, because you should still hear them and give them people who are upset or fearful of something. They want to voice it and they
Yeah.
want to be heard. And if you recognize it and let them know they were heard,
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah.
You don't have to engage. And then if it comes bad, I always block. If one negative thing,
Yeah.
block. That's it. Block.
Yeah. I've got the same principle
And
as
it
well.
it goes away in a couple
It's
days.
peace of mind, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
So much better.
It
Okay.
is. It's so easy, yeah.
Now, on Etsy, Erin, hi, I've got Vanessa. Good morning, Vanessa. Welcome to the show. Welcome to our conversation. She wants to know what's your favorite food. Hold on a minute. Let me just check that. Yep. What's your favorite food at sea? Sorry. Not on land. At sea.
Let's see.
Yeah. She's trying to
Okay, so
she's trying to be nosy here.
yeah, no, because I ran out of food twice.
Okay.
And I can tell you what I hate: dried sardines and rice. But I couldn't cook the rice, so I was eating it raw because my inverter died. So the fish was beautiful. The mahi. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I made a face.
This happened on the way here. I ran
Okay.
out of food and.
But you don't have anything like soy sauce or
Yeah. There's a soy glaze that I
Yeah.
love to put to that.
Okay.
And I got it from Indonesia. I'm sure there's another one here.
Okay.
But if I had stuff in my boat, I would always make.
like a sashimi or a
Yeah, the sashimi is really good with the mahi, and I have a solar oven, so I put it in the sun and it cooks fresh.
Okay.
If I don't want to eat it raw, but you can eat the fish raw
Yeah.
a lot of times. I will say I caught a shark by accident because it was taking my bait, and I ate the shark, and it was very good. And they do this in Australia, so I was not alone.
Yeah.
But I'm also a conservatory guy and I am mindful of all that.
You eat according to the needs and not out
Yeah,
of excess.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I also like a good Snickers bar too. A couple of them.
Well, I did not see that
Sorry.
coming.
Yeah, and Coca-Cola. I like Coca-Cola too.
What a little thing. So I'm assuming what you're mentioning now are little things you miss on your journey when you're at sea.
Yeah, it's
Once
important.
it's finished.
Yeah, I mean, you come back to land. You're in the best shape of your life.
Yeah.
Even however old you are, but you have to be mindful what you now put back into your
Exactly.
body and work
Yeah.
back. I missed fizz in the drink, like
Okay.
carbonation.
Yeah.
You know, those little things. But when you have nothing, the feeling of happiness that you get from having a bite of sugar,
Yeah.
that's all you need in life. You
Yeah.
just have to, we have expectations so high sometimes, right? As we do, because look at all the options.
Yeah.
But if you're really seeking happiness, you don't need much to be happy.
Yeah.
You just have to remember, like, if you have nothing, then you have sugar, then you're
It's
happy.
when you don't have that you're grateful for what you have.
Exactly. So just lower your expectations and you're good.
All right, lower your expectations, mesdames et messieurs, et appréciez un petit quelque chose dans la vie. Aaron, il dit, après tout, pareil, le son parcours, il arrive un moment côté besoin la paix, se retrouver, il peut manger son poisson cru, etc. Et c'est façon qui, les retourne à terre, il apprécie un petit quelque chose qui nous, parfois, nous prend pour great, il dit, we take it for granted. On a dit, est-ce que nous n'a parlé après nous réaliser, oh, we could have had that. So we continue our conversation this morning. We're just asking me about how long we have to talk. We're almost wrapping up. And of course, the whole journey, as you say,
Yep.
is, can we say, seeking oneself, finding out who we are.
For sure.
Have you discovered who you are?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know who I am.
Okay.
Which you have to.
And
If
this
you-
is something people don't want to address
Right.
sometimes, because it's kind of scary, isn't it?
That's one of the reasons people don't want to be alone in the boat. But that's
Okay.
the beauty of doing it. And listen, you don't have to do it in a boat.
Okay.
You can do it on a trail. You can
Yeah.
go hiking, anything.
Yeah.
But immerse yourself in nature, away from things that are the noise,
Okay.
and let yourself hear yourself.
Yeah.
And then you better yourself. You become like a rock.
Yeah.
The mental toughness is what I've realized I have
Yeah.
as my superpower.
Okay.
I'm good with my mind.
Okay.
And to push it, everyone has their own superpower, and you find it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I mean, the being by myself is good, and that it helps me also understand other people.
Okay.
And that's part of me growing as a person.
Yeah.
When you have this perspective, you widen your perspective. You're no longer like this with fear.
Okay.
And now you can understand people that may not make sense to you.
Yeah.
And you understand why are they dealing with that, or how can I help that person?
Yeah.
And so now my mission on land becomes, how can I connect the community? What can I offer in my little rowboat?
Yeah.
And so I'll be doing something in the next few days with a nonprofit that I'm learning about, that
Yeah.
we're going to help make a contribution to them. But, that's my purpose. Is
So in
like,
Seychelles, you've already associated yourself, find perhaps the
I've met
group
a
you want to
really,
work with, or
I-
an individual.
I'll announce it now. I met a really kind fellow named Dan and Sebastian down at the marina, and they helped me get here. And my first question was, what are some of the charity things? And I know there's a lot of, you have to be diplomatic about it.
Yeah.
But what really gravitates towards me is the orphanage.
Okay.
And I'm going to be hopefully be in contact with them about visiting and seeing what we can do for them.
Okay.
That to me is the first one. The second one I would love to help with is the conservatory, the coral restoration,
Okay.
anything like that.
Actually,
And
we just had something in the news this.
I saw that this morning.
Yeah.
And then I'm open to anything else, because what happens is I will go to now the world
Yeah.
and say, hey, if you would like, here's the story. If you'd
Okay.
like to contribute, let's do it
All
and see
right.
what we can do.
And
I don't know. I don't have anything, but they do, and so we just
How
send
long
it.
are you going to be here for before
Uh,
you head back at sea?
Yeah, so I have to wait for the winds to turn in October.
Oh, okay.
So
you're
I
going to
have
be here
some
for a
time.
good minute.
I have some maintenance to do. I lost a tooth on
Yes,
my journey.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I had scurvy, but it's not. That's good news. But I do chew betel nut and things, so I think that had something to do with it. So I have to go fix maybe to do some dental work. I don't know if I can do it here, but it's
Okay.
cheaper in Indonesia. But I'm going to stay for a month,
Okay.
and then I'm going to come back for a month. So I'll be here till August.
Yeah.
Do some content, learn
Okay.
about things.
Yeah.
Maybe work with tourism.
So we'll be
I don't-
seeing you around.
You'll see me
You'll
around.
be one of the locals.
Yeah, I hope. I hope I can try the Creole, the real Creole. Hey.
You have to try the Creole food. And of course, there's the grilled fish and etc. And I'm sure the guys will take good care of you. You're staying at the marina right now?
I'm staying next to it in an accommodation. I'm looking for an accommodation that's
Okay.
affordable for me.
All right.
It'll be just me, but we're working on it. And then the logistics, and then yeah, I would love to explore the beaches.
All
and,
right.
the
And
community.
the other islands as well.
Exactly.
We got Maya Pala
Yeah,
as well. So
I can't wait.
yeah, the guys down there would love. We have somebody here on Mahi that's been a canoeist who did the whole entire Mahi tour
I've heard
around
about
Mahi
a
canoe.
canoeist. Yeah.
Yeah, you
My
could-
boat is a canoe. We're essentially the same body. I would
Yeah.
love to meet this guy. Yeah.
He's from Ladig. I'm sure we can
Okay.
we can hook you up with him as well.
Yeah.
Sa monsieur le Ladig, là, moi pour faire contacter les pour MC rowing session ensemble. Il faut faire tout bien. And we've got somebody as well who's
Yeah. We're at 604 days, by the way, and we have to get back to Panama.
Yeah.
So I have to find a way to get to the Atlantic Ocean.
Are
I
you
think
timing? Are you timing yourself? Is there like a time limit, or
no,
are you just free
no,
flowing?
time is the enemy. So I'm just going when I can.
Okay.
If I need a tow assistance, I get a tow. At the end of the day, the total accumulation gets deducted from the tow, and then that's what it is. Who knows? It's never been done around the world by human power. So
Okay.
we just got to get to either south of Cape Town or get to the Med, and then cut across the Atlantic. So
Okay.
I have to work, I think, next in October to Madagascar, and then across to Africa, and then down.
So you plan your journey as and when, or
Yeah.
you've got it all.
I have to now. I'm planning now but we're at the
Okay.
stopping point, and I'm talking to as many locals as I can who can give me
Okay.
knowledge of the winds and the currents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an interesting trip for you as well. Heading out and then coming back to the Seychelles in October.
Yep.
Yep. And after that, down to Madagascar, hopefully.
Yep. Hopefully, and then Africa, Cape Town, and then across the Atlantic Ocean to Panama, where it all
The Cape
started.
of Good Hope
Yes.
is a nasty one,
Yes,
isn't
it is. Yes, it is. It's never been done. None of it is this has been done. So it's
Okay.
the first time, but there's only one way to find out.
Okay, Aaron, I know it's a sad part of the conversation, but
Yeah, sure.
cannot not ask you,
Yeah.
in the eventuality that you face,
100%.
yeah,
I don't have a death wish,
okay.
but I'm prepared to go because I'm on my purpose, and I'm good with that.
What
I'm
about
with God.
family and friends?
That's hard for them.
Okay.
But friends understand it. Family, they're starting to come around and know that
Okay.
I'm a better person on my journey with
All right.
purpose with God. That's
Okay.
all it is. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
That's not my wish. I'm not that crazy guy.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with it. 'Cause
But you
I'm-
feel you have to do it.
No, I don't. No, that's important too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just with God. Why wouldn't I? He gives me the boat. If He takes the boat, it's okay. I thought He took it already. He gave it back.
Smiles gave back.
How can I say no? Exactly. Everything's just going. I'm just on the ride.
Okay. Why the name Smiles?
Because the first thing a baby does when it comes out is it smiles, and it means it's happy. Hey,
Aw.
it's a universal sign for happiness. And this is so tough. Why would I want to remind myself of some tough name?
Yeah.
It's a smile, and that's all I try to do is bring smiles to everyone I meet.
Every
We're-
single day at sea you
Yeah,
bring
I
smiles.
laugh. Smiles is having a joke. She's having a go at me. Things are tough. Stop doing tricks. Stop doing turnovers. Settle down, Smiles. That's how I talk to Smiles. you know, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting conversation. Kenneth joined in.
Yeah.
Hi, there is also Mr. Dofe Atos Lamouche. These are people you can actually meet, and they're throwing in ideas of who you should meet and have conversation with. Mr. Dofe Atos Lamouche, top canoeist. That would be an interesting meet as well. You could check for that. So if you were to do it all over again,
Yeah,
would you do it differently?
I would. I'd have a better boat.
No, Smile's not going to be happy about.
No. The true story is,
Yes.
I'll announce it right now. This is only lap one.
Okay.
It's just a couple laps around the world.
All right.
I'll keep
I
going.
like how you're so casual about
I keep
it.
going. I keep going. As long as
Okay.
I can. There's
Yeah.
no reason not to. I have a question for you.
Okay.
If there's one thing you want the world to know about the Seychelles, what would it be?
It would be that although we are small, we are. I know it's a bit cliche. It's an old tagline we had ages ago for Seychelles. I know we're like a tiny little pin, but we're unique by 1,000 miles in every aspect.
It's good.
The people, the food, the environment, the colors, the smell.
Okay, that's my mission now. Well, I'm going to go figure this out, find out.
The
Let's-
rhythm,
yeah.
the sounds.
The mix of the Creole food. Yeah,
Yes.
just like the food.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah. It's being from America, you don't hear too much about the Seychelles. So I'm so excited to be one of the few. Don't hate on us too much.
No,
we're
no,
good people.
no, no.
Sometimes we're too loud and obnoxious, so I apologize.
Oh,
in
we can
advance.
we can be loud.
Okay.
We can be loud. Like
Okay.
Seychelles, we're like a mix. We're like a melting pot of different cultures. We
Yeah.
have Europeans, African, Asians. We're like from all over the world.
Yeah.
And everyone just say, hey, let's just come here and chill on this little island and have fun.
Yeah.
And there we are.
Good.
50 years later. We just celebrated our 50th.
Congratulations! I saw that.
Yeah,
yes.
independence. Emotional time for a lot of people, but it's interesting and exciting to see what's next for us
Yeah.
as a country, as a nation, just us living on this small island
It's
together.
got a magical vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's enjoying.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable. But I'm gonna do that when I'm 55. I'm gonna travel.
By boat, rowboat.
No, oh no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm an island girl. I love to swim.
Okay.
I love the sea.
Okay.
But I want to just like on a budget.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to. I'm still confused whether I want to go to Asia first or Europe first. But I'm doing it by train,
Okay. Yeah.
and I just want to have that backpack moment wherever I get, whichever city. And I told my kids, and they're fine with it. And they're like, okay, so how are we gonna see you? I'm like, well, wherever I am in the world, you just come and you meet me. We'll meet up in the city. More reason for you to work and travel.
The first step is the best way, and unconventional travel is
Yeah.
the unforgettable memories. The plane is hard to see. When you go by ground, you go by sea, you see
Yeah.
and feel everything a lot better.
Maybe I'll throw the sea in between. Maybe I'll
Okay.
have a mixture of all.
I got room for two.
Aaron, don't be.
Okay.
See. Now you're putting out like picture. No, picture, Madame. Franchement, Laura. Well, maybe we could do until Prale.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
no, with Prale's up. Ça veut dire si nous pouvons aller descendre, côté nous pouvons aller là. I really, no, pas La Digue. No. La Digue and Prale is up north. So if we're going to go down, mon peut pas dire, get mon poison, mon peut. Fregat, yeah.
Just need the currents.
Yeah, we just follow the currents.
Yeah.
Aaron, you're putting ideas in my head.
Yeah, no problem. That's what I do.
We should, Aaron and picture.
There it is.
That's a good one. I'll be the chef. I
Okay.
love to cook, so
Yeah.
I've got you covered.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. On this, Aaron, it was an absolute pleasure meeting
It
you.
was my honor to be here.
We had fun.
thank you.
I
Yeah,
hope for those at home, your journey is an inspiration, and I hope it triggers people into wanting to do something different with their lives.
My only thing is go on an adventure, go on an expedition. And it doesn't have to be crazy. Just go somewhere
Yeah.
and do something that you've never done, that you may fear. Even hike, just something that gets you moving.
Yeah,
You'll find beauty.
in everything.
Yeah.
In the experience, in the journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
And thank you for sharing your journey with us.
It's an
All
honor.
the best.
It's an honor to be here.
And
Thank
I
you.
hope the Seychelles welcomes you with. Well, we welcome you.
They already
Of
have. Yeah,
course.
yeah.
And I hope you enjoy the moment you have with us and
Okay.
enjoy the experience that you have with us. And I hope that Seychelles can at least give you a little piece of us to carry with you
I will
on your journey.
always have it. Yeah.
And thank you for choosing us and coming to spend a month or two with us here in the Seychelles. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
you for coming in this
Thank you.
morning.
Thank you.
And mesdames et messieurs, voilà, l'expérience est parcours la vie, côte ciment, IN qui prend beaucoup, éternellement, pour qu'on ait lesquels et décider pour prendre une décision pour quitter tout derrière et aller un voyage et l'aventure qui ou pas connaît côté ou peut aller ou pas connaît qu'on peut faire, mais c'est mon peut trust qui at the end of the day ou pour arriver quand on supposé arriver et ou pour accomplir tout ça qu'on supposé accomplir. Alors, on this note, mesdames et messieurs, tiens plaisir pour avec vous autres aujourd'hui bon matin et ça c'était nous Topik Conversation.